Everybody, here we are, walking right out in front of the White House.
Thank you.
Hey, where you at? Okay, where?
So I'm wondering here. Oh.
No, you're right in front, right? Right by the barricades? Okay, I'm right here. Okay. Ken! Kenny! Ken! Where's the bullhorn?
Ben's got it on the shoulder.
There he is. How's it going, man?
Not too bad, Pete.
We're live streaming right now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We got about probably 15 out here so far.
15 TIs?
Yeah.
Good deal. Awesome.
What do you say, Deb?
I say, hey.
Hey, hold this,
What up?
would you? Hold this right there. Well, look.
I got you. We're streaming live, GMN. GMN Ken, we're streaming live.
Okay.
You're a superstar.
Stay right there, Kenny. Don't move. There we are. Good deal. Good.
Okay.
I got a couple of nice photos
All
right
right.
there.
Thank you.
Hey.
Get that bullhorn and get out.
Yeah. Hey.
You know who you
Hey, Deb.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I gave him a card to come tomorrow. We talked about that too.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, really? Wow, cool. Good, we'll talk. We'll talk. I just walked up. Where's the bullhorn at?
I believe this is Tyrone.
I am. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I'm Deborah.
I know the voice. Don't know
Yes.
the face, but I know the voice.
Hey.
She has a face.
I do. We're live streaming, so.
Well, you know, hey, we never know nowadays. You know, everything is so automated.
Yes.
You know, you never know.
You
know,
never
you got,
know.
You got the artificial intelligence. You know,
That's
I could
right.
be talking to a computer and don't even know it.
That's right. Well, here I am in the flesh.
I really appreciate you guys showing up today.
Yeah.
You know,
We're happy.
2 years ago, there was a young lady who was murdered named Miriam Carey. She complained of hearing Obama's voice. She complained of being under electronic surveillance. Unfortunately, none of her family, is here today. We actually bought flowers, wanted to present them to the family, and kind of, let everyone know.
By the way, last time Tyrone Dew was here with this T-shirt bringing awareness to Myron May and Aaron Alexis. He was taken away for 10 days and institutionalized by the Secret Service. Maybe he should have dressed up like a Colombian hooker. It would have got much more respect. But you know what? They treat him like they do the congressman. What's his name? Yeah, that congressman that they want to send a memo out to target him. You guys feel proud of that? That's right. At least you didn't get treated like Marion Carey, right? You get murdered. That's right. Hey, Secret Service, did you ever notice that every time something major happens in that White House, he makes a stupid mistake? There's a shooting a couple days afterwards. Notice that? Like Syria, for instance, gets bombed by Russia. Next thing you know, there's a nice little shooting. Did you ever notice the connection, Secret Service? That's why this man was out here. You understand? That's why he was out here, to bring awareness to the shooters. Because we don't like that. We don't like MK Ultra. We don't like the CIA winding people up, hypnotizing them to go out and shoot people. You don't want to hear that, do you, Mr. K-9 Police? Do you?
Does anyone have any idea what directed energy weapons are?
Oh, directed energy weapons. That's just a conspiracy theory. They don't teach you that in Secret Service school, do they?
Does anyone care that the military has weapons so they can actually force you to voice someone that you cannot see or touch by emitting microwave frequencies attacking parts of the human anatomy?
Take the microphone.
Does anyone care? Does anyone care? Anyone? Oh, yes. Does anyone care? Anyone have any idea why did the military, the CIA, actually develop these weapons where they're using satellites, radio towers, where they're emitting microwave frequencies attacking parts of the human anatomy? There are patents for this technology. There's a whistleblower admitting that this is happening. August. Listen, September 16th, a young man by the name of Aaron Alexis. I do not condone the violence. He went down to that Navy yard. He walked in there with a sawed-off shotgun. He murdered 12 people. This young man, he told the Rhode Island police, I am under attack by directed energy weapons. The Rhode Island police says, oh my God, you're insane. You're crazy. We're going to send you to the mental institution. The young man then, I swear to God, he copped a Remington shotgun, sawed it off, went to work, and then he went to work as a victim of directed energy weaponry terrorism. Myron May, a successful trial attorney, a young man who's making over $100,000 a year. What did he do? He had a 2.5-hour YouTube video complaining of being attacked with directed energy weapons. These motives are uncommon. There's a whistleblower, former CIA engineer Robert Duncan. He's admitting that these weapons that he's helped develop are being used against American citizens. You do not have to be microchip implanted. All these frequencies are doing is attacking parts of the human anatomy. October 3rd, 2 years ago, a young woman by the name of Marion Carey came to this White House. She complained of hearing Obama's voice. She complained of being under electronic surveillance. She was murdered with her daughter in the car. What kind of person complains of being attacked with directed energy weapons? Does anyone give a damn? Does anyone care? Why is it that all of this is happening? All of this is happening within the recent years of Mr. Obama being president.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I direct your attention to this gentleman right here? This gentleman came here last month with the same t-shirt, the same message, the same articulation, the same facts that exist about MK Ultra, CIA's mind control programs, that gets people like this wound up to go shoot people. That's the U.S. government doing that. You know what they did to this man right here? They put him in a mental ward for 10 days against his will. Your government put this man in a mental ward for 10 days against his will and tried to force medicate him. That's your Secret Service. He said the same exact thing he's saying now. It's all factually correct. You can go look it up. Myron May was calling out, telling the public that he's he was being subjected to directed energy weapons. Aaron Alexis, before he shot up the Naval Yard, complained to the public that he was being subjected to directed energy weapons. Do you notice the trend? When these young men get hit by your U.S. government with directed energy weapons, they go shoot people. You understand? This is documented. It's a CIA program. They've been doing it since the 40s and 50s. It's the God's honest truth.
None of you people have any proof that any of this is true. Oh, I don't? By whom? I don't have any proof. Right here. Right here.
It's documented. It's documented. Absolutely positive. I'll bet you $1 million right now.
You don't have $100. $1 million.
There are patents right here.
No. Watch this. No. You don't have $1 million. You don't have a job. Guess what? What's that?
Oh, wow.
You know,
Wow.
the thing is, we're being targeted by the same technology, okay? I wouldn't be out here from New Jersey, almost upstate New York. Almost upstate New York. Excuse me, sir, I have an electrical engineering degree, okay?
I would think you'd be working.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the word out about this
You're not
technology,
working today.
okay? I want America to be at the
You
forefront.
must be one of those Republicans that can only say, well, I have to go to work, so therefore I can't save my country.
Let me go to work and be targeted by this technology, which almost killed me about a dozen times.
So you're trying to tell me, well, it seems to me, it seems like people have a harder time with hearing the truth. Actually, the sun is out today. It's above the clouds.
That's not what I mean. You know what I mean.
Well, you just made yourself sound like a fucking idiot because the sun is out today.
The sun is behind the
The
clouds
sun,
today.
but the sun is out today. The sun is out today. The sun is
I
out
bet he
all
thinks
day.
the sky is blue, too.
But it is
I
out
said, I
today.
bet this guy thinks the sky is blue.
This is God's honest truth. When I first heard about this stuff, let me just show you. Okay? If you go to wanttoknow.info and you look at the FOIA, the CIA actually
Maybe one of these days you'll be targeted too, and then you'll
in
be
their own documentation. MK Ultra and mind control experimentation has been done on the American public. It's documented. Hold on, but it is documented. Have you ever seen that documentation? Well, then you don't know the source of the document from the CIA. There was a FOIA request. You know what a FOIA request is? I know. The Central Intelligence Agency had to respond. They've been conducting MK Ultra and mind control experimentation and hypnosis since the 40s and 50s. So because you haven't done your research doesn't mean that we're not speaking factually correct. You believe you're speaking. It's not belief. It's actually based on factual information.
Dr. Conroy,
And therefore what? And therefore, we're bringing it to the public, and you're trying to suppress it.
Am I trying to suppress it?
Absolutely.
By asking
You're actually
Oh, you're
telling
not
people
asking.
around you that what we're stating is not factually correct.
I'm saying you don't know if it's factually correct.
Based on the CIA's documentation. Based on CIA's documentation. What's your name?
I can explain to you.
Do you work?
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You don't. If you were working, you were gainfully employed, you wouldn't be wearing I know you do. Let me say something else. So that demonstrates that you're a criminal. That you're a criminal. If you work in that building right now, you're a criminal. Working for I would never work for the White House. I'm not that corrupt.
History Channel documentary.
Jason. Man, for you. I'm doing great. Doing awesome. Jason, just you?
Oh, wow, no way.
Stop, my brother.
you going, man? It's going good.
Hi.
Pretty critical.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing good. Doing good.
We just got here. Yeah? We left last night at midnight.
Say hello to everybody. Hey, everybody. Thinking critically, you guys.
Yeah, finally, huh? I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, you're driving from Kentucky? No. Over the summer. Okay, I try to hook up with you guys. Try to do t-shirts for you guys.
Yes.
So if you want to put that in your bag.
Well, you got me. You want to hold this? Oh, wow. No way. Nice. Look at this, everybody. Oh, look at this. Love them.
Awesome.
Love them.
Awesome.
We just got here.
That's a long drive.
Are you still? Well, I don't want you to say too much. We're streaming out over the world. But, are you still in Cincinnati?
The pads for this technology are there. I've had. No, just hold on. Let me explain you some stuff, okay? Because I want you to fully understand.
Are you coming back into Cincinnati anytime soon?
We're Americans. Don't we have the right to be secure? We don't want citizens with see, the documentary explained that there are many prosecutions. The victims would be tossed to the streets with no follow-up care. They would frequently be before they committed a mental hospital. I mean, the CIA would go out and test LSD. It took us about an hour to get here. In San Francisco, for Christ's sake. And Harvard, because so wait a second, Dr. Peter Breggin, hold on, let me explain. Dr. Peter Breggin worked at Harvard where you implanted citizens in the 70s, and I got a video on my webpage. Here's the technology. They have a system now of British satellites and ground-based radar, and the radar on the ground works by broadcast signals into the sky with ground off the satellites. That's an local interferometry, though. Electronic warfare. Yes. No, this guy's okay. I'm going to explain something, because I know this guy doesn't want to.
So who is the guy in the top?
He is some politician. He's a politician, been time traveler, accidentally brushed up against him, and he said, "Don't touch me," and he thinks everybody else is crazy.
You know Russell Kaiser, man, insane?
So why does he have to be out here to prove it if he thinks everyone?
I don't know. It looks like he's had a couple of drinks too many. Yeah, that's right. My grandpa used to drink his back medicine in a coffee cup. That's right.
Oh, absolutely.
Having a snort.
Barack Obama is guilty of committing treason.
Did you guys print out the patents? Shove it in this dude's face.
I don't know what kind of literature they have. I mean, we just got here and it just got.
I do. You don't have to.
What if you are?
The Constitution only applies when it's convenient.
He's not even worth arguing with. Actually.
I think this guy is COINTELPRO, ladies and gentlemen. He's exhibiting all the characteristics and traits of somebody that interjects themselves into a conversation about directed energy weapons, about the fact that the CIA has been conducting MK-Ultra and mind control experimentation upon the American public. This guy doesn't want us to tell you that. He doesn't want all the very nice family members, all of the people that have come here from other countries. If you're here from another country, just know that the United States of America is hitting your country as well with mind control. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They're also publicly in the Pentagon. Go look it up on the internet. They're supporting Muslim countries. Okay? They're supporting them, and it's an absolute fact. Go look it up. They're doing it that way they can control your radical religious impulses. Okay? That's what our U.S. government does. But the Secret Service, they think that's a conspiracy theory. They must not have access to the internet unless they're watching Colombian hooker porn. That's right, it's a conspiracy theory. That's why Tyrone Gill was taken off the streets for saying the same exact stuff. You see, he institutionalized. He's very intelligent, articulate young man. You serving your country, big guy? Is that what you're doing? You want to take me? I'm saying the same thing. If you guys want to put me in a mental ward, I'd appreciate it. I want to sue you just as bad as he's about to. Good job, gentlemen. Would you like to come get me? I'm talking about Aaron Alexis. I'm talking about Myron May. Now I'm talking about Tyrone Gill. I'm talking about directed energy weapons. Where's your psychiatrist with the psychotropic drugs? Where's he at? Have him come get me. You see, that's the solution, ladies and gentlemen. If you speak out against the government, you know what they do? They say you're crazy. And they pump billions of dollars in psychotropic drugs into especially our veterans. Our veterans are getting it. People like Tyrone Gill are getting psychotropic drugs. At least they tried to force it upon him, but he's much smarter. And now he comes back here with more people like me that are here to tell the truth. Your Secret Service has not received proper training, and they don't have access to the right side of the internet. It proves that what Tyrone Gill was saying is factually correct. Your government is perpetrating MK-Ultra mind control directed energy weapons. And if you think that's a conspiracy theory, you're an idiot. That's right. Hey, can I get that institutionalized? We're talking about Marion Carey, huh? Can I please? If I write ELF on the side of my bullhorn, what are you guys going to do? Is that a crazy thing? Like Aaron Alexis was talking about before he shot up the Navy shipyard. He said, I'm being subjected to directed energy weapons. Huh? You guys don't like to respond to that stuff until after the shooting, right? That's why the CIA loves you guys. You guys are all lights and sirens, code 3. You show up to your shootings, and then when somebody talks about it, what do? You institutionalize them, and you stick psychotropic drugs down your throat. By the way, if you come from a different country, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to the pharmaceutical industry, just mention something about the truth about the CIA. You're going to be having pills shoved down your throat if you say something out here in front of the White House.
I only got one question for you guys. Does anyone out here really give a shit that there's a whistleblower not being heard? This guy is actually admitting that he's helped develop the perfect weapon system. Satellites, radio towers, emitting radio frequency waves, microwaves, attacking parts of the human anatomy. I did not go interview him just because I wanted to interview him. I am a victim. I don't even know if you guys can hear this.
Some of the technologies, but they like me. They like everybody. We scientists are just children. We love creating new things, and we see the good in every potential technology that we create. In this case, I saw, I was naive. I saw the evil that was being done, and yes, it's being done to American people. I estimate, other people estimate higher, that about 2,000 people in the United States, 10,000 worldwide. And you got to remember, this is a worldwide issue.
You know what? I didn't think you guys could hear it. Let me start it over. Guess what they're naming this shit? Voice of God weapons. Who in the hell has a complex to call something voice of God weapons? Let's start this over. I didn't think you guys could hear it.
You have a few questions. What I want you to explain to the people is that what Myron May was complaining about, because he said your name several times, these particular technologies that are capable of putting voices into people's heads, what is your knowledge that they are used against American citizens? What is your knowledge of these weapons existing? Voice of God weapons. Now, what do you think about these particular technologies being used against American citizens? Are they being used against American citizens to your knowledge, or are they not? Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that's kind of why I became a whistleblower. That, I felt that I was somewhat responsible since I worked on
you just heard was from a CIA whistleblower, okay? Who's come forward to tell the American public that he helped develop technology to put voices in people's heads and talk them into going out and shooting people, okay? That's what your government's doing. Don't listen to the Secret Service when they say that that's a conspiracy theory. They specialize in going after congressmen and cheap Colombian hookers. That's what they specialize in. And also taking people like Tyrone Jew and putting them in the psychiatric ward because they talk out about it. Where are you guys now, Secret Service? We're talking about the same thing he was talking about. How come you're not institutionalizing us? Huh? Why? Why? Because you're going to get sued for screwing up? Because you didn't look it up on the internet? The information is there for you. That's okay. You can ignore it. Go protect Barack Obama, who's supplying ISIS with weapons, you dinglings. Go protect him. I know. You guys guard him. Go guard Barack Obama. That way you can send more weapons to ISIS. And forget about those thousands, if not millions of people that have died. Okay? Fighting Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Go protect him. Come on.
Kenny, you want to
What
say
you
something?
should do is institutionalize Barack Obama. Not Tyrone Jew.
He does a better job.
Come on, you can do it.
I hope you feel good about that.
I'll tell him.
He's good at that.
Mr. Snoop Doggy Dog over there.
Let Tyrone do it.
Mr. Canine Patrol.
Oh, that's a pretty dog.
You want your dog to sniff my bullhorn? Maybe he'll get smarter. He's hanging out with the Secret Service. He needs an education. Can I please get a psychiatric representative here to come over here? Otherwise, I'm going to consider what you guys did to Tyrone discrimination. Why do you take a man off the street when he's all by himself? But when he shows up with his good friends like he has now, you guys are too scared. What's up with that? We're saying the same exact stuff. He was institutionalized. How come you're not going to institutionalize me? Why? Because I'll sue your balls off. Just like he's about to. Come on, I'm exercising my constitutional rights. Come get me. Please, Secret Service. I dare you. Come on. I got my pocket constitution too. Come take me to the psych ward and try to put pharmaceuticals in my body like you tried to do with Tyrone Jew. Come on. What's up? You guys standing down now because you're going to get your ball suit off? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Secret Service screws up so bad, they had no problem with it. Why? Because you pay the bill. You see? They can screw everything up, and then they get sued, and you guys pay the bill. That's why they're smiling. They think it's funny. I want some psychotropic drugs, like you guys pump into the veterans. Why don't you come? I'm a veteran. I want to get my psychotropics too, because I'm talking about crazy stuff that's on the internet. Who's in charge? Who's your supervisor? I want to turn myself in for talking about CIA mind control and MK Ultra. Come on. I want to turn myself in. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I want to get my free supply of psychotropic drugs. Let's see if you can pump them into me. Come on. Can I get mine? Please? I got the same t-shirt on, too. You took away Tyrone Jew. How come you're not taking me? Because he's going to sue you, and I would sue you. Okay? That's right. We're here to also defend the constitutional right of every single American, especially the ones that are victimized by the Secret Service. That's right, get on your radio. We got a belligerent one. Get your psychotropics ready. Hurry. Code 3. Get your paddy wagon. Come get me. right. Hey, by the way, I know you guys aren't allowed to talk about it either, but the man you're protecting is supplying ISIS with weapons, and Russia's making him look like a dingaling. But you guys don't want to arrest him. Just keep doing your job. You're just doing your job, I know. You know, you can't get Barack Obama. What do? You get Tyrone Due, right? That's right. You put an African American in the White House. What happens? Tyrone Due gets arrested for talking about MK Ultra. Isn't that ironic? Do we have any African American Secret Service agents? Can you go in there and arrest that bastard? Huh? That's right. That's right, because what did he call you guys? House Negroes, right? House Negroes. That's right. I'm a field Negro. That's right. Do we have any? Huh? Do we have any House Negroes to protect the field Negroes? Anybody? Oh, I know, that's a sensitive issue. It's about race. Wow. Nobody wants to say anything, except for that dog. Why is that dog the only one with balls on the Secret Service? More acceptable. Oh, he said testicles. Get the pharmaceuticals out quickly. Call the PIW, hurry up. Give me one of your really sharp psychiatrists, please. He's going to have a tough one on his hands when he gets me. Bring the restraints. Bring the muzzle. Get on your radio. Call for backup, hurry. Pete Santilli is the name. And by the way, the guy that said I don't have a job, my job is to expose you. Okay? That's my job.
One day when he's targeted, he'll be coming to us, looking for help.
Tyrone.
Hey, Tyrone. Will you see if you can get that girl off there?
Tell us about how you were abducted by the Oregon State Hospital and abused.
I don't hear the pick a lot. We are actually on, what street are you on?
Tell her to ask anybody where the White House is at.
Okay, I'm trying to say what street you're on so we can walk over, so someone can walk over and get you. Oh yeah? Pete, let me see that. You on 15? You on 1500? Yeah, just all you gotta do is ask someone exactly where the White House is. I believe you're right here. If you're on 1500 in Pennsylvania.
It's one street. It's one street over, right?
Okay, well, walk to the we're standing right here in front of the White House. Just walk to the White House. We're right here.
They walk out with TBIs. They never get help. No medical care.
You'll see us. We're all wearing t-shirts. You'll see me when you see me. Y'all got on t-shirts that look like Aaron Alexis and Myra Bay. We're here. I'm telling you. If you're at 1500, if you see the White House, walk towards the White House. We're here. We're outside.
Right in front of us.
Right in front of it. You see the statue of the.
Like me, you were being abused by a staff member or assaulted by staff, and they'll gang up on you, cover it up. They got police on their side. They got investigators, investigators trying on their side. They
You can go past the barricade. What barricade? I don't see a barricade. Where are you at?
Like Kenny will talk.
Kenny, you want to?
Yeah, come on, Kenny. Tell the people something. Tell tell him something.
This wasn't about me. I wanted to protest and say, no, yeah, I've heard of that. You just,
Tell the people something they need to hear, Kenny. Pete.
yeah, I'll let Tyrone do it.
No, come on, Kenny. You're good. Kenny, you're in front of the White House. I gotta let you know, this is the first time Ken Rhodes has ever been to the White House.
Can you hold this for a second? I got to do something real quick.
It's an amazing place, isn't it?
You know what?
Just start talking.
I'm gonna take your phone.
Just start talking, Kenny.
Aaron Alexis gave up his life trying to expose this crime. Myron May gave up his life trying to expose this crime. How many more people's got to die before we get somebody to do an investigation on this? It all come out of MK Ultra. In 1975 or 77, Bill Clinton apologized for what they're doing. How many more people have got to die? Somebody needs to do something about this. And if Barack Obama happens to be around, I doubt he's probably out playing golf. He needs to come out and talk to us himself. Instead of protecting ISIS with John McCain. This is terrible. John McCain went down there and stand out on the street with ISIS, and yet they act like they're our enemy. I fear our government more than I do ISIS at any day. So quit fearing ISIS and all that, and start looking at your government, what they're doing.
That's right, Kenny.
You may think this technology is not going to come to your door. It's going to come to your door pretty soon. It's going to be very quick. It's going to come to your door too, son. All of you think you're working for your retirement. Wait till you get ready for your retirement. It's not there anymore. The government stole it. See how you like it then.
Emails with all the dates and times of the staff admitting they had the technology was being used on patients, including me. Go due process.
Maybe the Secret Service won't think I'm mentally ill.
Let me plug in,
I've been qualified by several psychiatrists. So come on and take me like you did.
These guys were victim captors. Myron May, Alexis.
Tyrone Dew. I forgot his name. I'm so worked up.
That's all right.
Tyrone Dew was standing out by himself. So, oh, he's a victim. Yeah, they kept him 10 days. He got out. So that's where it goes.
Man, hey, Kenny, good job, man. Good job. Hey, Ken, have they ever tried to put you on drugs?
Hell no, they know better than that.
Have they ever tried to put other people that you've met who are targeted individuals? Have you ever met anybody, a TI, tried to put them on psychotropic drugs?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time. And I have to go fight the cases of trying to get them out, and I've got a few of them out.
That's right. So it originates right here, right?
It originates right here at the White House. Absolutely. Right. This is where it needs to stop at. The buck stops here. Get Obama to finally do something. Then I might even vote for him to run the third time. I doubt it, though.
Hey, let me add something here. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that mind control is a conspiracy theory, Barack Obama, after Tyrone Dew was institutionalized, Barack Obama signed an executive order to conduct behavioral experimentation on the American public on the internet so that they can improve the government. But they're going to do that covertly, so don't worry about it. They're just going to read all of your messages online. Go look it up. It's an executive order that Barack Obama signed. He just did it about a month ago. Behavioral experiments, ladies and gentlemen. Mind control experiments. On the American people. Especially those that are not paying attention.
So it will be coming to your door very shortly.
Hey, what's up, man?
I run ObamasWeapon.com and DrRobertDuncan.com.
You do?
Yes.
Yourself? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dr. Robert Duncan, we talk all the time. He's having me host files on his site, the neurological and electronic no-touch torture report. He came to me to have that hosted.
Oh, great.
And
you know what? Tell everyone. We're live streaming right now. Tell everyone about Dr. Robert Duncan's no-touch report. That's an important report.
Yeah, so you go to drrobertduncan.com to download it. It covers General Hayden and Dick Cheney war crimes where they're experimenting with citizens with this technology, using it on them. It involves using electronic technology, mostly satellites and ground-based radar. This system is called interferometry. It lets them scan people and send signals into their body. It works by broadcasting radio frequencies into the atoms of either your body or your home. Your atoms resonate and broadcast radio waves back to the sensors and antenna systems. That creates a 3D holographic image of, say, your body or your home, so they can listen, spy on you, see everything in your house. Your brain will be scanned the same way, and they decode that to memories, what you see, hear, think, and feel. It works in real time, 24/7. To actually do electronic assault, they'll basically broadcast those frequencies in such a manner to cause your body to heat and chill, and voltages and signals in your brain to be altered to put image sound.
And you know what? You just spoke it's very technical, but you know, in simplified form, I'm steak and potatoes guy, right? What you're telling me is that they've basically taken the human body and created a two-way transmitter. They can receive and transmit information.
Basically, from their transmitter and your brain is made up of a lot of particles. They create a resonance frequency between those two things, and they'll put whatever frequency they want inside your brain. I would say that your abs will begin broadcasting whatever frequency they put there. So your brain cannot even do what it wants anymore. You'll have images that you cannot stop, sound you cannot stop, dreams. And it's torture. And your body, too, will be targeted. It'll be heated, chilled, massaged with radiation and stuff. And it's electronic warfare. It's total torture. Anybody can be targeted because it's nationwide. Victims, whistleblowers, and activists are big targets of this. People that they think are vulnerable to targeting. Someone that they can set up. Someone without money. People who can't defend themselves. Can't buy lawyers and doctors and stuff. Like me. I was targeted in 2008 at the Oregon State Hospital during a U.S. Department of Justice investigation where the state employees said they had this technology at the Oregon State Hospital that could be used to spy on the patients, that the U.S. Department of Justice was using it in their surveillance system to listen to me, watch me. There was a whole bunch of crime that was going on I was a victim of. That's why I was a target. There's a woman there, Bonnie Tucker, who worked there. She sexually abused me. She went on to smuggling lots of drugs for patients, married a patient named David Anderson. The state lacked liability insurance. A bunch of escapes happened and stuff. And this was used to help them secure the facility. And conversations I was having in my private room were getting back to staff. Staff would admit to and repeat things. They said they had access to my phone calls. They count how many phone calls I had that day. Different things going on. It's all under.
So Dr. Robert Duncan has had discussions with you. Obviously, he's determined that you are in fact a TI, based on what he knows. Not that he's given you a diagnosis, but he understands.
And I do have 7 other doctors too, psychologists, Dr. Percy Data. They believe I was tortured there, and he's a professor at UC Irvine. And I got TBI from this and PTSD. Dr. Robert Duncan has kind of backed me up a little bit. He said, I'm a victim of ruthless software and torture, and what they might do is try to get me to kill myself or someone else because they won't stop. That's going to be their goal, is to try to get me to do this because they want me dead. That's what he says. Emails I have on my website.
Give out your websites again.
Yes.
That you work on.
Yes, ObamasWeapon.com and DrRobertDuncan.com, and that's DR.
DrRobertDuncan.com. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
I have 2 lawyers too, Jed Peterson and Lawrence Taylor in Oregon. They say I'm a victim as well. 4th Amendment violations. I've been tortured, and these are like regular state-appointed lawyers saying this.
Well, thank you so much for coming out here and bringing awareness to this. Okay. Yeah, seriously, you guys are awesome for doing this. Awesome. Great. Yes, thank you. Hey.
For the behavior modification?
No, I just, you know, I Normally when I'm bullhorning, I just throw stuff out there. I don't dig into the minutia.
Yeah.
Just have somebody go look it up. Executive order, mind control. It's a fact.
Right. No.
People can go do the research.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has anybody asked you?
About?
No, about the behavioral experimentation. Huh?
Checking it. Hi,
very nice to meet you.
Saw you on your website.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And I watched your podcast.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah,
very nice to meet you.
It helped me. I'm here from Charlotte, North Carolina.
How many more people got to die target individuals? How many more of them got to die before we get an investigation on them? How many other people do they have to kill because the government mind control them to get them to do things because they think the part they're doing is right?
Deb,
How many more people
can you do me a favor?
I can.
Can you just hold this for a second? Because I need to speak with somebody privately here real quick.
I can. Is that Kenny?
Just hold it, huh?
So I'll give you a
I know
call.
most of the
Okay.
can't do much,
Speak,
so
Pete.
keep thinking that way because
Thinking
Obama
critical's
has
taking.
behavior
You know he does all the graphics, right?
Yeah, I know. Did a great job. Hold on a second.
Order where you're going to do it on the whole
I got you.
That ought to make you feel real proud. Yeah, we can hear one speech on the news or anybody else standing up against it. In fact, when they do abortion, they're selling baby parts. It ought to be proud of them.
Back to the back, please. Did you hear me? Mira Simsek, the bus is waiting for you. Mira Simsek.
In other words, what she said is get on over there.
Before you get targeted.
Yeah, before you get targeted here, you're at the most evil place, the District of Criminals. That's very nice, the District of Criminals. All of them up there need to be thrown out on their ear, and we finally need to get somebody who's got some backbone and some honesty in them, and they're not greedy and thieves. They need a little taste of this energy weapon that we're getting hit with. That's what they need. And then they'll realize the truth. We need to put every one of them in a room and turn the direct microwave energy on them and see how they like it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I appreciate you coming out too.
Thank you.
I tried to get more TIs to come out here.
Oh, you did a fine job. There's just enough.
Hey, I love you, everybody. You better watch it. You're getting into a very evil. You're getting close to evil up there on that grass.
You know who Cindy McKinney is? Cindy McKinney. She told us one time, we said, oh, how many people showed up? And she said, there's always just enough. Always just enough. And that's how we look at it.
Up with Tyrone 2 weeks ago in Washington. We went out to Virginia to the Directed Energy Weapons Symposium.
Yeah.
And we talked to the guy from DARPA. He was a current
Talk real close.
DOD. DOD guy.
I run ObamasWeapon.com and DrRobertDuncan.com. If anyone wants to learn more about this targeting of citizens, I would recommend checking out those websites. Dr. Robert Duncan is partially endorsed DrRobertDuncan.com, and I'm the webmaster. I've collected all his TV and media interviews from True TV to Coast AM, and he worked for the CIA, Department of Defense, U.S. Department of Justice, NASA, even worked on NATO projects. He's got PhDs from Harvard. He went to Dartmouth, MIT, Stanford.
The people who show up.
He's been out there since 2005, at least. He went to 23 congressional offices. There's no warrants required. It's completely stealth. It's just a counterpart to the fiber optic wiretaps they have, where they duplicate every single internet data packet, telephone signal, so they record your phone calls and all your internet stuff. It's the same stuff the NSA whistleblowers are talking about, except it's the space capability. NSA whistleblower Russell Tice, I have videos on both websites, ObamasWeapon.com and DrRobertDuncan.com, of Russell Tice explaining how when he worked for NSA, they were using these technologies to target people. For Barack Obama himself, before Barack Obama was a senator, he targeted Judge Alito, U.S. Supreme Court. Different generals were targeted, lawyers, media, banks. Lots of people were targeted with space and radar capability. If he'll explain all this. You wonder, what's the space capability? It's this interferometry technology that can spy on you and image your homes and track you wherever you are, intercept any signal they want. Go to the websites, learn about it. There's psychiatrists explaining it there too. Dr. Colin Ross is a Texas psychiatrist. He's a director of 3 different hospitals in Texas, Michigan, and California. He's worked with victims of mind control, CIA technology, like people who, some people were drugged, some kids were abducted as children, brought into military facilities where they were trained as prostitutes, assassins, and stuff. And he worked with these people. He wrote books on it. One book's called Military Mind Control, sold on Amazon.com. There were human radiation experiments where they would take children back in the 70s, in the 80s, and they would keep them in cages, develop take them out of their cage, have sex with them, put radiation in them, train them as assassins and whatnot. There's videos explaining this. In 1995, we had what was called the Advisory Committee for Human Radiation Experiments and investigated all this. And President Bill Clinton went on to TV and actually apologized for it all. He said, people should be compensated for this, and this should never happen again. Bill Clinton sent the Bioethics Committee to try to prevent it from ever happening again. That committee still exists today. Barack Obama has that committee here, and we all went to them in 2001, or 2011, sorry, and we actually filled the room. There were 200 or 300 people who wanted to be there. There are so many people they could not fit in the room. And we told Barack Obama about this. His advisory committee took testimony, and there's video of this testimony on DrRobertDuncan.com. Barack Obama did nothing to shut this down. His bioethics committee wrote a letter to us all and said, we're not going to do anything about this. Sorry, we're not a law enforcement agency. We have no money to do nothing about it. But they did say we would personally notify the White House and Barack Obama about this in 2011. And since then, he's done nothing.
I mean, you're a whistleblower. You have the information. We want to put you in touch with the right people.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. They started telling people I was a whistleblower with my resume. It wasn't I that used it. It was a woman in the HR department that used my resume and they sent it to D.C. Right? About saying that I wasn't qualified for the job. So people turned on me and thought I was a whistleblower. But because the water thing, I want to tell people about that. I was a whistleblower about that.
Yeah, okay. I'll put you in touch with the right people. You send me your contact info. Bunker at thepetesantillishow.com.
Okay. They do this at major universities and hospitals around the country, from UCLA to Harvard. You would have something done to you. You might be dosed with radiation, have an implant put in your brain.
Where's Tyrone? You want to? I got the thing, but it's going to be real tough to set up. Where's your generator? Do you have it out here?
He got the generator.
He does, okay.
Yeah, I think he parked over at he parked right over there, so we have to go get it.
Okay.
And set it up.
Well, I'm gonna talk to Penny about that thing, because I told him I was gonna bring it out here. So.
And there's a video on DrRobertDuncan.com explaining all that.
Hey, Ken.
Where he's actually telling his story. He has an extensive background in this.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you need to connect with this woman right here.
Harvard went to the medical health
She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
walked her in the hospital floor, and they were sending radio signals into that person's body.
She connected with us through the show, is that right? Yeah, through the show. I'm serious. I want you to exchange cell phone.
I'll do that.
Well respected around the country. He fights drugs. Everybody knows that guy and likes him, and he's backing this up. He says today the modern program, DARPA was added again under Obama's order with the Obama brain initiative. DARPA is funding hospitals around the country to develop new brain implant techniques that will modernize the brain.
Get it? Yeah. That's awesome. I had to say that. I mean, I just.
I can tell. Everyone's passionate about it. Yeah, it's from the heart.
Yeah, they know. These guys need to know what the heck's going on.
I know. They're like 22, 23, fresh out of college.
They're not even doing their own research, you know?
They sit around here making fun of us.
And they just grab, Tyrone Duke, pull him off the street, and put him in touch with a psychiatrist, like,
They know that.
Huh?
It has to be the same shift.
Yeah.
They have to know.
Oh, they know. They know that we're back here,
Oh, for sure. Especially if we got here.
Good job.
You think they heard me?
Oh, yeah.
In Alameda, California, was caught by the FCC broadcasting a 4.75 megahertz signal at 1,100 pulses per second at 500,000 watts to Eugene, Oregon, 500 miles away. The way they found out about it was about 150 complaints came in, and the victims were experiencing pressure and reddening of their skin in their home. They're feeling pressure in their head. They're having sound put in their head. Different things were happening to them. They're getting very sick in their own homes, right in Eugene, Oregon.
Too much info for me.
And nobody knew what it was at first until they went to a guy named Marshall Van Earth, University of Oregon. He investigated this. He got Tektronix, a major company from Oregon, involved, and they have all sorts of fancy scanning technology. They brought in the scanners. They detected this signal. The governor was so concerned, Bob Strom, and Mark Capitol, a senator, and Jim Weaver, a congressman, that they got the FCC and the EPA out, and the FCC confirmed it was coming from a Navy base 500 miles away in Alameda, California. They're basically beaming signals up into the sky, bouncing off the ionosphere to people's homes.
Hey,
They're
Deb.
testing it right there.
Deb, on one of my side
The
pockets,
Northwest
there's a gray
Center for
box thing,
Non-Ionizing
it's called
Radiation
No, on the.
actually took a look at these signals too, and they determined the signals were psychoactive. That means they were designed for people's brains, and it was suggestive of brain control. All this information, it was national news back in the 70s. March 26, 1978, the Register Guard in Eugene ran articles on this. The Oregon Journal, a Portland newspaper, Portland, Oregon, ran articles on this. Newspapers around the country, the Associated Press picked up on it. If you want to read those articles, go to ObamasWeapon.com or DrRobertDuncan.com. The original articles right from the newspapers are right there. Also available in the Google newspaper archive.
Is there a little gray bag there?
I've seen 7 psychologists. I've got 2 lawyers. Go to ObamasWeapon.com and read those reports. My doctors say I'm not crazy. I have brain injury from this. No schizophrenia, no psychosis, no thought disorder. But yet I have these reports and no one will help me. And there's nowhere to go. Law enforcement, they know about this. They're doing this to people. This is how they spy on people. This is how they set people up that they want to, victimize under the table because they don't want to go into courts. That's where you got due process and lawyers. But that'll stop them if they had to stick to due process and give people lawyers. hired mafia types to take people out by murder. Martin Luther King, he was under 24/7 surveillance back then. And they found out he was cheating on his wife. They mailed him a letter. The FBI did, anonymously, to tell him and threaten him that they were going to expose him for cheating on his wife and to suggest he kill himself. That letter is on drrobertduncan.com. That's what they do with surveillance. They abuse it. And they target people. They go for to harass people. Even NSA whistleblower William Binney today says that's all it's used for. The fiber optic caps, the satellites. It's just to harass people and target them. That's all it's for. It's not for national security. It's not for fighting terrorism. All right. ObamasWeapon.com. drrobertduncan.com. Check those sites out.
Can I bullhorn? When you're done, can I get it next? Good job.
Good job. Wow. That was great.
She got a ring. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He came all the way from Oregon. He's and you've been homeless
Since December 19th, 2014.
December 19th, 2014.
No, I want to go. I want to stay with the movement. I want to do whatever you guys are doing. The old man? He wants me to take over. There's a guy that's doing a job that stops from everybody, you guys doing what you want to do. He wants to fire him, and he wants to hire me to take care of that responsibility, and I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I have nowhere to go. I don't have a vehicle anymore. I had 5 vehicles. I had 3 trucks. I had horse trailers. I had a motorhome. Yeah, I will do that.
We'll stay in contact. As far as me offering you a job, I mean, I can't do that myself. We don't move on.
I don't care about the money.
I spent my entire life selfish, but here's the thing. Give your first name.
My name is Daniel.
Daniel.
Eugene Verdict.
Daniel.
Eugene Verdict.
I want you to tell tell everybody. Actually, it's going to be documented, and I'm gonna download it, and make an excerpt. But I want you to tell everybody what you just told me just now.
I was put in Oregon State Hospital because I defended my wife. Somebody slapped my wife. And I did what any normal husband would do, is defend their wife. And they went to the hospital. They put me on 71 different medications, caused me to have gynecomastia, where I have female breasts now and I have lumps in my chest now. They put me in the hospital. I was raped. I was put in a room for 71 days without any food. When I went in there, I weighed 298 pounds. I came out, I weighed 192. They sent a patient who is notoriously known, his name's Joshua, to my house, to my home. I had a 65-acre ranch in Sisters, Oregon. He took a shovel and cut my wife's head off, her arms, her legs, and murdered her for my son. And then 14 days later, my son committed suicide. I'm homeless. I have a college degree. I I have 2 college degrees. I graduated in France. I'm from Cordon Bleu. I have no home to go to. I have no vehicle. I have nothing. And I really need help. I'm not a bad person. I've never done anybody wrong. And my life has been taken away from me. And I don't know where to go. I tried on July 4th, would have been 29 years. And I tried to commit suicide to join my wife and son. And somebody stopped me. And I can't take it no more. You know, I taught Sunday school for 20 years, and I'm an artist, and it just nothing's happening for me.
Who do you think did all this stuff to you?
It was the Oregon State Hospital, the
Oregon
staff.
State Hospital.
Yeah. Wow. And it took 17 doctors until I finally met Andrew Nanton, who said, and he quit after my hearing. He said, "This man has never been a mental patient. He's never had any issues at all." And they wrongfully placed, they methodically put me in a place to where I could be abused and mentally tormented. They put me on every kind of medications where I became...
Why do you think they did that? Why did they do that to you?
Because my wife was politically involved and she didn't know the situation. And because they charged me because I tried to protect my wife. And so she thought she was doing me a favor by putting me in a hospital. And it took her life. And they damaged me for the rest of my life. I'm not sick. I've never done drugs or alcohol in my life. And all I have now, I show horses all over the world. I have artwork all over the world. I have artwork in Queen Elizabeth's palace in her granddaughter's room. And I gave it to her for free.
This is true?
It's all true. It's all legitimate. What the hell? And so now I have no home. I have no vehicle. I have a driver's license. I've driven ambulances. I'm an EMT3. I have nowhere to go.
It's all verified, right?
All verified. All documented.
Everything you're saying.
Everything. Every bit of it. It's my wife. If you look on Sisters Oregon, Carolyn Grace Burdick, August 31st, they will tell you that it was a manslaughter. It didn't go into details about what happened to her because of protecting herself. And it shows our horses. It shows our ranch. And I was in the hospital when this took place, so I wasn't there to protect her. And everything I'm saying is documented. Everything I'm saying is the truth. I'm 100% disabled because I was trampled by a stallion. I've had 61 surgeries. I can't get any help anywhere. The church that they took my son to refused to help me because my son committed suicide. So my son's name's not in the article because he was young, and they didn't do an ASTRIP about it because of his age to protect him and protect the identity. And so all of it is documented. All of it is the truth. And Todd Griffin can tell you that also that it's the truth.
Who's Todd Griffin?
Todd, big beard. That's who I'm with.
Oh, Todd. Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I came here.
You're connected to Dr. Robert Duncan as well?
I don't know him at all.
You don't?
No.
You need to know him. He's a great guy.
I don't know him.
Oh, he's a great guy. He knows a lot of information.
If anybody can help me, I want a home.
Uh-huh.
I want to be stable. I can't handle being in
Of course, yeah.
shelters. I can't handle it.
Yeah, man. I want to...
You want my phone number on this?
Huh?
My phone number?
No, I want you to give it to me. You have your cell phone?
Yeah. My phone number...
Hold on a second. I'm going to have you punch in. Burdick, right?
Yeah, Danny.
I put the one there. Just punch it in, and then I'll put your name in there. That's your cell phone?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
541-183?
No, that's not right. It's 418.
541?
418.
Punch in the last four. Don't say it over the screen.
I'd like to use that one more time to ask
Absolutely.
Obama for a ceasefire and that he signed an executive order to stop this. That's the last thing I think I should have for my message.
Before you do, save me. But yeah, but do me a favor. I'm gonna. This phone's being turned off. But didn't come through.
541-418-3685. Violet.
Where are you going?
It's calling.
There it is.
BUR?
BICK.
Hold on one second.
Okay, what's your name?
Pete. Where are you going to be?
With him, wherever he is. Wherever you want me to be.
Are you homeless too?
Yep.
Well, yeah, some homeless. I mean, I've been traveling around. This works. I've been hitting up different places, trying to do some advocacy, and also going to hospitals because my doctor ordered brain scans and stuff. This is to prove I have the TBI that was given to me with this. He believes that this would prove that I was tortured.
Let me get a picture of your shirt here.
Okay.
Oregon State Hospital. Look at that. What's your first name?
Todd, T-O-D-D.
And last name?
Giffen, G-I-F-F-E-N.
G-I-F-F-E-N?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Todd. Yeah, nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Stay close. I'm going to get in touch with you guys, okay?
Okay.
Try to get you some sort of help. I mean, you guys should not be homeless. All right? Yeah. You're welcome to use it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we'll be in touch. Okay? Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't be anywhere else. I mean, just to let you know how important these issues are. There's nothing more important. Nothing more important. We've got so much stuff going on. I don't need to go into that. But, I mean, we just stopped doing what we're doing, came up here. We can't stay for very long, but we wouldn't have missed this. Especially after what they did to Tyrone Dew, right? Hey, Tyrone. Come here for a second. Do me a favor. It's the first time I got you on my stream. So
really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's the first time I met you.
You know what? I actually appreciate you showing up today.
Dude, I wouldn't be anywhere else. There's no issues more important. I appreciate your advocacy. I want you to tell everybody as if they're hearing it for the first time. Okay? You were here on what day?
I actually showed up on August the 11th.
August the 11th.
Yeah, I began a hunger strike, and I was able to do 5 days. I handed out the same information I gave you, those pamphlets,
right.
The T-shirt that you're wearing.
Right.
I, was wearing that T-shirt. I had 2 signs. One that said "Hunger Strike, My Brother's Keeper." The guy in there, the president in there, he actually has a non-profit organization he started for young ethnic black males. So I was trying to kind of play the whole name, and have another poster with Myra and Alexis on it that pretty much says the same thing the back of your T-shirt says. Raising awareness about American citizens being used as targets. Military-directed energy weaponry, no-touch torture programs.
Right.
And it was actually kind of like I wanted to be out here for 30 days. I was planning on 30 days peacefully demonstrating
on a hunger strike.
I wasn't going to be able to do the whole 30 days for a hunger strike.
Right.
I knew I wasn't going to go 30 days. I'm not crazy.
Right.
Right. I was going to go as long as I can.
But you wanted to bring awareness.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to bring awareness. And I really thought because of I'm a young black man, and there's 2 other young black men who committed mass shootings. That the guy in there, he's black. Perhaps he might, might want to say, what is this guy here talking about? And he has proof of a whistleblower. What the hell's going on? I didn't get any of that. Instead, once I gave the Secret Service my pamphlet, they looked up my name, looked at the pamphlet. After that, I started getting followed everywhere around here. There's a McDonald's right over there. I walk over to the McDonald's. Secret Service is on their bike. I go sit in the park and kind of take a break from being out there protesting in the sun and not eating. You get kind of
Then he claimed he was getting targeted by law enforcement.
Next thing you know,
Law enforcement have access to surveillance and weapons
McDonald's, I walk back, Secret Service, right up there in the corner, right up there.
Can use this on
Right up
anybody.
there.
The
Right,
police
see where the
and
water
fence,
fountain is over there?
Right.
a lot of people don't
Okay,
know
right
that the
there.
local officials are the ones that
Secret
get in
Service
and
says,
say
hey, stop for a
surveillance
second.
remote.
You can see these videos on YouTube.
NSA whistleblower William Binney, I got a
On these
video on
particular
Dr.
videos, you actually see the Secret Service saying, you know what, you're not free to go. And I asked them, you know, I clearly asked them, I say, am I under arrest? You know, am I free to go? They said no. They detained me for about 15 minutes. If you look at the video, it's about 15 minutes of footage.
Right.
And then next thing you know, some guy from CPEL, some psychiatric emergency unit shows
With a
up.
clipboard.
With a clipboard.
Right.
With a clipboard, and a guy from the Secret Service.
What was on the clipboard?
A piece of paper. On the piece of paper, it had a fabricated tweet. And I'm sitting there trying to show them, you know, I'm going, wait a minute, I've never made that tweet. I've never seen it before in my life.
Right.
It says something about mass shooting or something. I went, wait a minute, hold on.
But he asked you, did you send this message out?
And I told him no.
Right.
I said,
You said no.
I said no. I said, wait a minute. I said, I've never seen this message before in my life.
Right.
You know, I said, and I'm trying to tell them, let's look, you know, at the Twitter account. It's like, you know, I had no time to go to McDonald's and walk back here to know that you were getting ready to, you know, pretty much detain me about a tweet. You know,
in their reports, oh my God, it's crazy.
So I really didn't have time to delete it. You know what I mean? Because it was never there.
Right.
Next thing you know, they're telling me, you're wearing a T-shirt with 2 mass shooters on there. You're supporting what they did. You know, you're making people uncomfortable. And I went, wait a minute, hold on. You know, I'm not making anyone uncomfortable. If anything, I'm raising awareness about their motive. You know, and they're pretty much going, the motive? Who cares about the motive? They committed murders and shootings. And if you look at the video, you'll see I've explained how these weapons are being used against American citizens. The fact that there are whistleblowers admitting that these weapons are being used against American citizens before they went and committed these mass shootings. Excuse me. My idea is that, hey, look, if you understand the motive, perhaps you can prevent the next crime.
Right.
You know, if someone would have looked into the Aaron Alexis motive, they would have known before Myron May.
Right.
Instead, I get handcuffed. Wait a minute, I'm not under arrest. Why am I in handcuffs? Oh, we're detaining me. Throw me in the backseat of a car. I get hauled off down the street, maybe about 5 or 6 miles down the road. Send me to someplace called CPAP. Sitting there, I talk to the doctor. As soon as I walk in, the doctor says, you know what? I can diagnose you as schizoaffective. I went, wait a minute, hold on, dude. What do you mean? What the hell is schizoaffective?
What kind of conversation had you had prior to that?
Mr. Dew, what are you doing here? Well, showed up in front of the White House, you know, peacefully demonstrating. Well, you know, you're kind of talking kind of fast. So, you know, wait a minute, hold on. I was in sales, you know, so to get your point out.
Talking fast?
Talking fast.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Going,
I never heard that.
Me neither. You know, so schizoaffective.
Huh.
I go, okay, I need you to shut the hell up. You know, I didn't have to say anything. I didn't say anything. Secret Service guy, he tells the doctor, I need you to diagnose him with something. I'm sitting there, I'm going, you're trying to get a reaction out of me. You know, you're trying to get me to say something. You're trying to provoke me. I'm not going to let it happen. You know, I have an attorney in California. He's an old golf buddy of mine. I'll call him up, you know, let him know that I'm in here.
Right.
I'm sitting there for a few hours. You know, someone else came in who had threatened to murder their sister. They get to go home. I'm still sitting here.
Are you serious?
I am not kidding. I'm not fabricating this. I'm not making this up to make the story seem better. I hate that this is even part of my life. Okay?
Yeah, right.
So I'm sitting there. I'm seeing her go home. I go talk to the doctor. I say, hey, why are you keeping me here and you're letting other people go home, you know, who seem to have actually made remarks, verbal remarks about harming someone and being harmful to themselves pretty much. Mr. Dew, Secret Service wants us to keep you here. It is out of my hands. Whoa, Secret Service wants you to keep me here. The Secret Service want me here for. That's when I started to realize how powerful the message was that I was getting out.
Right.
You know,
right.
lets me know that I was actually being effective.
Now let me ask you this. We're going to save this excerpt, and I'm doing some things behind the scenes. But let me ask you: is the message today any different than it was then?
You know what? It's more powerful today than it was then. There are more people.
There you go. More people.
There are more people.
But overall,
it's the same message.
Same level of awareness. More people.
Same.
Right. They don't have enough beds at the PIW.
You know what? That's probably what it is. You know, either that or they finally learned their lesson.
Yeah.
You know that hey, we cannot pick. You know, we can pick on one guy, but we can't pick on a group.
But it's ultimately based on the truth, factually, about what's going on in America.
Yes.
Right.
You know, Mind control is real. These directed energy weapons are real. You know, I never wanted to admit that any of this stuff was real, but it's part of my. It's something that happened to me. You know, and I got to a point in my life where I had to start talking about it.
Would you agree? I mean, I also see you as somebody. Oh man, I'm not going to go into my emotions about what happened to Myra May, but the world lost a great soul, who took it upon himself, you know, in the way that he was doing it, obviously being subjected to what he was being subjected to, but the world lost a great soul who was articulate, very, very bright, very well educated. That's why I'm very passionate about coming out, you know, on your behalf, coming out here back to the White House, because this is what needs to happen for those that believe that they're being subjected to this directed energy weaponry. They need to reach out to other people that are aware of it, okay? And that's why you're bringing awareness to this, is that it's real. You don't have to take action like Myra May, right?
Correct.
And you need to tell the world about it. Or Aaron Alexis, that's right.
Listen, Pete, that's actually, when you read the back of my pamphlet, that's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for the fact that we need at least to have fair mental evaluations. Because this technology is real and it exists, and we have whistleblowers who are admitting this is happening.
Right.
Shouldn't someone like myself, Aaron Alexis, or Myra May, who can articulate this, who can, you know, explain that this is happening, if you send us to a mental facility, shouldn't a mental facility have a room that's completely protected from this technology?
Yeah, that's right. Shielded.
Exactly. And if we are not exhibiting signs of mental illness.
As an example, this is not conspiracy theory. As an example of that shielding, okay, because somebody that knows of this technology, his name is Edward Snowden. He went to Russia for protection. He was kept in a Faraday cage in a room to ward off this technology because he knows the technology exists. This is not conspiracy theory, right?
Of course it's not. You know, no one's going to sit around and theorize about this stuff. You know, I'm going to tell you a secret about me. Okay, I'm broke. I'm homeless. I earned $1.3 million before I was 30. Okay, they took it all.
Did you really?
And it's all documented.
Wow.
Actually documented. I earned $1.3 million before I was 30.
Wow.
I'm not making this up. They took everything from me.
Yeah.
I do not get a check from the government for any kind of mental disability. I refuse to get that check. As bad as I need the money every month, I refuse to get that check.
Wow.
I try to get jobs. They torture me while I'm at work. My last job was washing cars, and they tortured me while I was doing that. To the point of where all I have now is being an activist.
I hear something. It's a common theme. Okay, is that I'm hearing that the TIs, the targeted individuals, have been. I call them laboratory rats in this experiment to develop the technology, and they've been doing it for many, many decades.
Right.
But once they started mastering it, they started applying it on people like yourself that have 1.3 million, or Kenny from Michigan, who has millions of dollars, and other individuals that I've spoken to that can't come out. There are very wealthy individuals. So this experiment that's been done for decades is multi-applications, but they love going after the wealthy people they want to get their money from, don't they?
You know what? It's not really about getting the money, but I'll tell you what it's about. I'll tell you what I believe it's about. I hate theorizing, but this is one theory that I think I might be correct about.
But I hear the common theme. They're going after people's money. People with money.
They're going after people with money.
Yes.
So what is the most, in any scientific experiment, you want the best specimen.
Yeah.
So in order to get the best specimen, you got to choose someone who's successful.
Yeah.
Someone who has to drive in life.
Sure.
You know, so what can we do to this person?
So you believe you and some of the other people that have acquired, you know, success and wealth are also part of that random sampling of individuals that are sharp, they're entrepreneurial.
That's right.
Wow. Okay.
That's right.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's it, and that makes it the perfect specimen, because if we can break these people down, if we can break these human beings down, a monkey, a rat, or any of that, you torture them, they're going to react a certain way. But these are human beings. We are human beings.
Right.
You know, who have a life.
Right.
You know, we had a life. You know, we know that one day this is going to be over. Not the torture.
But you have those character traits of an entrepreneur, the successful. You've got drive, right? That's right. Wow. Okay. And yet another random sample in that segment of the population.
That is correct. That is very correct.
I never thought of it that way. I thought actually the other way around. I thought maybe they were trying to experiment with everybody else so they could go after and get, you know, other people's money.
No, because most of the population is geared towards wanting to be successful. So if you can break down, if you're going to break down
somebody with drive and independence, somebody that cannot be brought down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Any other way would not have had a downfall in their life.
Somebody of your drive, right?
That's right. Someone who would never someone who, this is the only thing that has deterred us from being the people who we should be in our life.
That's wild.
You know?
Yeah.
And it took this weaponry. You know, there was not no other human, there was not any other situations in our life. We were handling everything. You know, we were really handling our lives.
Right.
So, you know, we're here in front of the White House. We're raising awareness, you know, about an unprecedented atrocity. You know, a lot of people are interested in what's going on out here. You know, I would have much rather had these two young men out here today with me than out here on the T-shirt.
Yep. Aaron Alexis, just a quick note, just very, very quickly here. Aaron Alexis was speaking out about what he was being victimized by. He did that in advance. I saw the emails that actually went to FFCHS that were ignored. I was already very public about that. But the bottom line is, no matter who he went to, they see him as somebody who's crazy, unstable. The reason why I bring this up is because our law enforcement is lacking the proper training to understand what's happening to some of these individuals. They think that it's a conspiracy theory. They think that it's somebody that's quote-unquote mentally unstable.
Correct.
And it's like some chemical imbalance. When in fact it's artificially induced by our own government. Technologically induced by our own government.
Technological abuse.
Abuse, that's right.
We are being assaulted. We're being abused. We are being forced to become people who we never would become.
Would you say that's one of the biggest messages that we have to convey to everybody is that law enforcement needs to be properly trained, that the medical professionals need to be properly trained, and the psychiatric individuals can't be anywhere near it because they want to pump psychotropics into your
malpractice by not knowing every aspect of what can cause the effects of a mental illness.
Yeah.
You know, and when someone like myself, I mean, you know, I sat in there for 10 days. For 10 days, I walked around with a T-shirt like this. You know, and every day it was in their face.
Right.
Every day I'm in
You
your
left
face.
that shirt on.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I would shower and wash my clothes every day, so they.
Dude,
could
I
not
love
say,
your belligerence.
So they really could not say that. Hey, you know what? This guy here, you know, he's not showering. You know, no, I'm washing my clothes every day. I'm going to use your washing powder. I'm going to wash my clothes every day.
That
take
is
a
wild.
shower, wake up, and put this T-shirt on and be in your face every day.
That's great.
The doctor did not, you know, it's like, of course, psychiatrists didn't like it.
Did you reach anybody internally? You think you did?
You know,
just
honestly,
from your own perception, your own perspective.
Share something with you. Clinical staff, okay? While I'm there, psychiatrists had an incident where the psychiatrist says, putting him on Risperdal. As soon as I got there, Risperdal, I'm going, you haven't even evaluated me. I go, he starts lying to my mother. This is the game he tells my mother.
I heard this story, yeah.
He says, Miss Duke, help me help your son. I went, wait a minute, what do you mean? Mom, he's setting you up, he's trying to do the whole bait and hook, it's like, hey, look.
Were you present during that conversation?
I was present during the conversation.
Okay.
Luckily, I was present during the conversation. I got up and walked out because I said, you know what? I said, Mom, don't listen to him. This is the first time while I'm in there that I've actually gotten kind of angry. The whole thing to me was kind of like, you know what? You guys have got to let me out of here. I'm just going to use this opportunity to raise awareness. I shouldn't be in here. It's incorrect. It's wrong.
Right.
You guys taking me off the street. I'll have my day in court.
Right.
This goddamn psychiatrist, he's telling my mother Tyrone is unfit for society. His behavior here is unacceptable. So I go to the clinical staff and say, hey, can anyone in here agree with the doctor I need medication? Can anyone here agree that I have displayed any kind of social disorders? I'm displaying any kind of mental, behavior that's warranting him to tell my mother these things. No one in there can say yes. You know what a guy told me in there? Subpoena your chart.
Really?
There's nothing in your chart, Mr. Dude, that says anything about you needing any kind of medication. I said, thank you very much. When the doctor walked out, looked at him, let him went on about his business. The next day, they said, Mr. Dude, I looked at your website. I seen your interview with Robert Hubbard. You're doing some amazing work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're doing some amazing work. They go, so this stuff is real. I said, yes, this stuff is real.
That is fantastic.
And I sat there the entire night because the psychiatrists, they're not there at night. So I sat there the entire night explaining, basically teaching.
Everything you've learned.
Everything that I've learned.
Wow.
Through experiences, through books, through interviews.
Right.
Through talking to people like you and being able to kind of bounce ideas off, and apply facts.
Tell everybody this because this is what I learned. When it first came to me, It was Kenny and Amy Anderson. You know who Amy Anderson is?
Yeah, Amy Anderson.
You know what he did to me? He had because we had multiple shows on our network, and he brought Amy Anderson on, and she starts mentioning patent numbers, and I'm like, mind control? What the heck is that? And I started looking at it. Patented technology, and literally from that point forward, I recognized that there were people out there that couldn't fully articulate the wealth of information that's already on the internet. It's already there.
Correct.
Just nobody is serving it up so that people can go find it. They don't know what they're looking for. But all this information is publicly available, is it not?
You know what? It is. And
Yeah.
it's funny you bring that up because in my pamphlet, you know, I have the patents in there. I have the Robert Duncan, Barry Trower, you know, Myron Mayer, and Alexis. And I'm literally sitting there showing these people these patents. You know,
Right.
I'm like, look, go to uspto.gov and type this in.
Right.
And read it. And then after they read it, I go,
They're blown away, dude.
They not only are blown away, I go, does it say anything about electrodes need to be attached to the human body? They say no.
No.
I say, does it say anything about a microchip needs to be, implanted? They say no.
Wireless.
I say, so you understand, this is like your radio frequency wave of your cell phone, you know, and the frequency is going through the building.
Oh, yeah.
It's going, and if anyone walks through that frequency, it's going to go through them.
Yeah.
And it's going to go straight to your phone.
Right.
And these people are sitting there going, this is amazing.
Not only amazing, but those people that doubt what you just said, that say, oh, there's no way that they can communicate two ways with the human body, with each individual, is the same thing as saying that there's no way that you can dial one telephone number and one cell phone will go off in the world and have a two-way conversation. It's the same exact thing, right?
You know what?
We accept that.
Those are the same kind of people who would say if you cover your ears and someone was yelling, you still couldn't hear them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what cognitive dissonance is? Do you understand that term?
I understand the term if you explain it to make sure that your audience understands what this is.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance. Well, in simplest terms, most people don't want to. I mean, the truth is very, very painful. It's very painful. We don't want to hear that this is the reality that we live in. It's very, very painful. So we tune it out cognitively, and we make that a pattern. Just so many things become so painful for us to absorb. We just want to stay in the matrix and eat steak.
You know what I say? The truth of their life is the lie of our life.
Yes, sir.
The truth of freedom.
Yeah.
The truth of, none of this is possible.
Yeah.
The truth of, you have the right to do what you want. That's a lie in our life.
Yeah.
You know, and it's unfortunate, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, so, we're out here in front of the White House doing everything we can, raising awareness.
Yeah.
You know, thought today was going to be worse than what it is.
Yeah.
It turned out to be
beautiful.
Turned out to be a beautiful day in comparison
Beautiful
to what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought we were going to have hurricane force winds.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, it's great, dude. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your service to our country.
Hey.
All right? This is the most patriotic thing you could be doing, dude. Seriously.
Appreciate it.
All right? I wouldn't have missed this. I almost did.
Yeah, you almost missed it.
Almost, yeah. No, well, I had to kind of throw it out there, like, well, I can't talk on the stream about one other thing. But, I mean, if we could have postponed it or something like that, that's what I was looking for.
You know what?
It worked out.
There was no way I was going to postpone this today,
No, we had a lot of people coming from North Carolina, right?
People all over.
Yeah.
People coming from all over.
Yeah.
See how interesting people are. See if we can get that conversation right there.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
See if we can get that conversation. People want to know.
Absolutely. All right, dude. Hey, who made up these banners?
I did.
You did.
That one there, Mr. Rhodes, Kenny a few months ago. He, I told him, I said, hey, Kenny, I need a banner. I need to look more professionalism in what I do. I put forth the same effort in this.
Oh, through his printer. He's got a great printer, and No.
We used a different company.
You did? Okay.
He made a small donation. I created that one, and then a lady, she wanted hers to say that, and I designed that for her. Got it printed out for her, sent it to her. The pamphlets, I designed those. The T-shirts, I designed these. The awareness bracelet, the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Very powerful question, though. What will it take for the world to believe that we were victims too?
That's right.
I am trying to get the world to understand that they are victims. They've been in the back.
Yeah.
And then today, Pete, it was beautiful today. We actually had Robert Duncan speaking about these being voice of God weapons.
Could you imagine?
And he's taking
technology being used against American citizens.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God.
Awesome job, dude. Hey, Kenny, can you hold this for a couple seconds?
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Just hold it right there, just so I can step away from the screen.
That's why we're doing this.
I am not lying. My battery is
Terrible.
Hey, Tyrone.
What's that?
Pick that up and blast that out a little bit more.
Blast this out.
Blast it out. Take the deal off of it. Push the button in. You want me to show you? I know you don't know how.
You know I don't know how.
Talk loud and get close, then boy, they really carry. You sound like Pete Santelli.
So I sound like Mr. Pete Santelli.
Yeah, you got to get it close and talk loud.
Close.
Yeah,
Talk loud.
Yeah, you got it.
He says close and talk loud.
All right, well.
Hello. All right. Well, listen, I appreciate everyone who showed up today. You know, it takes a lot to come out here and raise awareness about an unprecedented atrocity being committed against American citizens. The government isn't doing anything to help us. You know, we have whistleblowers who are admitting that they help create technology that can force you to hear the voice of someone talking to you in your brain without you having a microchip implant, without you having electrodes being attached to your body. How dangerous is that? Subsequently, that was the motive for two men who created, you know, what has become atrocities. Not only atrocities, but tragedies, man. You got Aaron Alexis and Myron May.
All right, anyway, good luck.
Anybody hear me?
All right, thanks.
It's biometric time. You know, it seems like everyone out here now is a specialist in this because they're a victim. But honestly, what are you going to do? Are you going to help us? Are you going to walk away? Are you going to be scared? Are you going to think that we're crazy? Or are you going to believe us? Are you going to do some research? Dr. Robert Duncan, former CIA engineer, Barry Trower, British Royal Navy microwave expert. How dangerous do you think it is that with one frequency, you can hear the voice of someone who's accessing satellites and radio towers in your brain? What happens when you tell a doctor that someone is, you know, someone's talking to me, doc? I'm hearing this person. You're considered schizophrenic. You're considered delusional. What happens then? You're forced on medication. Once you're forced on medication, what happens then? Well, that's when the fun begins. Because now, you got somebody in your brain who's using technology, and he has you on medication. Now you're experiencing side effects. You think Aaron Alexis had a side effect from Trazodone? You think Myron May had a side effect from Resperdal? Possibly. The fact is, no one is helping. No one is believing that American citizens are being tortured with this technology. Do you think a whistleblower will lie? Why is it that the government is not allowing you to know that this young man is telling the truth? Any answers? None whatsoever, huh? I'll give you an answer. It's called behavior modification. They're getting ready to dope everyone up. They got technology that can change your behavior, that can force your behavior. Now I'll tell you what. If you create the disease, I can create a pill. I should start investing in pharmaceuticals. And then what's next? Gun control. Has anyone ever noticed that within like the past, well, the previous, 7 or 8 years, there seems to be so many mass shootings. Everyone is going out committing a mass shooting. It's becoming a trend. It's because it should become a fact. But the truth of it is, these people are being mind controlled. I hate the term. It sounds sci-fi, but yet it's real. What are you going to do? Can you actually walk around and tell someone, I'm hearing the voice of somebody talk to me in my brain who's accessing these satellites and radio towers? I don't want to blast the kids here. No. What happens next? You get on medication. You don't believe me? I got patents for it. Go to uspto.gov. You can actually read these patents. These patents, they do not say that you got to have electrodes. They do not say you got to have microchips. You know what they say? We can attack the human anatomy. We attack the cochlear in your inner ear. That causes you to hear the voice of someone that you cannot see or touch. If I attack your limbic system, I am now in control of your emotions. What can you do? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Thousands of citizens are being tortured. Family members believing they're insane. Loved ones believing they're insane. What do? You're at work. You can't go to work. You can't keep your job.
left homeless. So now you're homeless. You think you're going to be angry, or you think you're going to be happy? I'll tell you a secret about me. I refuse to get a check from the government for some kind of mental disability. That's $700. He can go shove it up his ass. Them food stamps, shove it up his ass. I'd rather be homeless, broke, and poor and speak the truth. Anyone else willing to do that? I see a few people out here who, you know what? I think they will. I think they do. That's the reality of our life. The truth of your life is the lie of our life. No freedom, no rights, no privacy. You think Edward Snowden talked about government illegal surveillance? That is nothing in comparison to directed energy weaponry terrorism. We are being attacked. And no, you don't, hold on, you don't know what means. Oh, synthetic telepathy is basically where the government is using satellites and radio towers to attack, not only access your brain, but they can attack parts of your brain, like the poke you in your inner ear, and they can force you to hear the voice of someone talking to you. It's scientifically proven. There's a whistleblower. You know what? That's exactly what they say. Schizophrenia, right? Whistleblower, CIA engineer Dr. Robert Duncan. He's helped develop this technology. That's right. He's actually developed this technology. He's admitting that certain citizens are being tortured. You remember Aaron Alexis, the young man who murdered 12 people in New York about 2 years ago? All right. He actually complained of Aaron Voices. He said the military's doing this to you. Everyone thought he was crazy. He told the Rhode Island police on September 16th, he actually went to work and murdered 12 people. Before that happened, there was a whistleblower admitting that citizens are being tortured. There are patents for this technology. There's a former British Royal Navy microwave expert. Let me tell you what this guy says. Dr. Derek Trower. He says thousands of citizens will be rounded up. We would torture them with this type of technology. And then we would hire psychiatrists to come in and give an evaluation. As long as those evaluations came back as schizophrenia, delusion disorder, we considered that a success. We allowed those poor souls to be locked up. That forced them to become a whistleblower. You don't know about it. You know why you don't know about it? Because the American government doesn't want you to know. The media doesn't want you to know the truth. So don't you do? I am a victim.
Hold on one second. Okay, I got to talk to you real quick. Hey, can you hold this real quick?
Tell him to speak louder into the mic. He didn't hold it first. I think everyone listens to it.
Not only service members, this stuff is happening to American citizens. Most of us were successful.
A little bit closer to your mouth, a little bit louder.
A little bit louder?
Yep.
Closer to my mouth?
Yes.
I'm trying not to kiss this.
Kiss
all right?
it.
I don't want to kiss it. No, but seriously though, you need to learn about the technology. Kids can be affected. Adults can be affected. What are you supposed to do? You can't tell anybody. You know you're not crazy. And as soon as you tell someone, they send you to the mental institution. The mental institution is not protected from radio frequency waves, microwaves, directed energy weaponry terrorism at its best. America murdering, torturing Americans. Has this ever been heard of before? Anyone ever hear of Operation Sea Spray? Oh, the American Navy in the 1950s dispersed biological chemicals into the San Francisco Bay. What happens then? 800,000 people got sick. When they took them to court, you think they won any money? You think they were told that they weren't crazy? No. They were actually said that, you know what? We can't prosecute the military. What about in the 60s? Tuskegee experiment, where the government gave black people syphilis. A whole lot of them syphilis. Had them all going, oh, I'm getting free medication. I'm getting free Obamacare. Actually, your ass is getting syphilis. That's what happens. And what about Project MK Ultra? What happened then?
What happened? Wait, hold on a second.
What?
He just said MK Ultra. Last time he said that, you guys put him in a mental ward for 10 days. That Secret Service, you guys need to speak with him real quick. Yeah? Is that it? Did you know this man? You almost ruined his life by putting him in a mental ward for 10 days. Stone, thank you very much for your service to our country, destroying people's lives, okay? Yeah. Because he said MK Ultra, and because you failed to actually look it up on the internet, and they haven't properly trained law enforcement on directed energy technology, so.
Well, you know what? Let's try this. Right now, guess what? I'm hearing the voice of somebody talking to me right now. Come prove me wrong that I'm not. Come prove me wrong. I'm actually hearing the voice of somebody talking to me right now. Aren't you supposed to take me to the mental institution because I say I'm hearing voices? I am hearing voices. Prove to me that I am not someone who's under directed energy weaponry attacks. I am hearing voices. You know what they're telling me? Dude, if you don't stop, they're going to lock your ass up again. That's what they're telling me. That's what they're saying. You're supposed to send me to the mental institution. But you know what I want you to do first? Come over here and figure out the truth. Am I lying about being a victim of directed energy weaponry terrorism? Or am I mentally ill? How can you tell the difference? You can't. I have a whistleblower who's admitting that I'm a victim. Yet and still, when I was out here on August 15th, what did you do to me? You sent me to the buddy forum. Guess what? I came back with friends. Send me to the funny forum today.
That's right.
I appreciate it.
I'm crazier. Yeah, you need like high-powered psychotropics for me to shut me up.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you guys this. Anyone out here, if you don't take anything away from this, if you think we're crazy, think we're mentally ill, or just out here shouting, do some research. Directed energy weapons, former CIA engineer Dr. Robert Duncan, Aaron Alexis, Myron May, and you tell me this. Why in the hell are American citizens complaining of being attacked with these weapons? You think we don't have anything else to do? You think this is what we want to do? We just want the attention, huh? We're bored. We're bored. We don't have anything else to do all day. Figure it out. Dr. Robert Duncan, synthetic telepathy. You ever heard of, have anyone ever heard of Voice of God weapons? In 1996, doing one of the wars over there in, all in the Middle East, guess what our good old military did? The same weaponry they're using against us, they used on a whole lot of Iraqi troops. You know what these guys did? Dropped their weapons, walked out with their hands up. You know what they said? I just heard the voice of Allah tell me to surrender.
That's right.
What the hell? Has anyone else ever heard of that? Never heard of it?
Tell the truth.
Never heard of it? Yeah, possibly. So now these guys are bored. The NSA. What about the NSA? They are supposed to protect us with all this surveillance technology. Instead, what were they doing? Sitting up there whacking off while they were, checking us out. Spying on their girlfriends. Seriously, they were spying on their girlfriends. What do you think the people are doing who have access to directed energy weapons? Before Robert Duncan is murdered, because it's going to happen. We all know it's going to happen. You know what happens when you tell the truth in America. It may not happen in every country, but in America, you tell the truth, what happens? You're murdered. Well, you guys up here at the Secret Service, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Contact Robert Duncan. Interview him. Get that man in there. Get that guy in there to actually do an interview with Robert Duncan. Prove me wrong. And you know what I'll do? I'll shut the hell up, take my medication, and go on about my business. And get that check every month. $700 is all it is. Not even enough to sustain your life. But I earned $1.3 million before I was 30. Way more than any of you have ever had in your life. And they took it from me. You know how? I would hear the voice of somebody talking to me, inflicting pain, where my brain felt like it was being electrocuted, and tell me, nigga, if you want the pain to stop, you got to live like your kind of people like to live. Referring to the ignorance of the black community. Forcing me to go to strip clubs, nightclubs, spending $15,000 to $35,000 a weekend. You don't believe this shit, huh? Seems funny. Seems funny, doesn't it? I know it is. I know. But that's what really happened to me. That's the truth of my life. Now send me over to PIW. Call CPEP. Tell him there's a nutcase out here talking about he's hearing voices. But you know what? a room that's completely protected from directed energy attacks? Can you? So I can have a fair mental evaluation? Can you do that? Yeah, like they did Edward Snowden. What did they do for that guy? He was stuck in a Faraday cage. From who? His own country. He was hiding from his own country. What the hell is going on?
Truth.
No one wants to hear this. That guy over there, man, he gave me 2 pieces of gum when I was out here. Now he doesn't even want to shake my hand. Doesn't even want to talk to me. Back to the directed energy weapon. When you do your research, does anyone around here have one of those pamphlets? So I can start reading out some of these patents. You got cell phones.
Here.
You got cell phones out here. Go to uspto.gov. Look at what the military's up to. See what they're doing. Research it. You can become a victim. How would you like it? Oh, here we go. All right. So, Stockland Hearing U.S. Patent 485812, December 19, 1983. All right? This is 1983, folks. Voice to skull, U.S. Patent 6470214, December 13, 1996. What year is this? 2015. This technology is over 20 years old. Over 20 years old. You have any idea what that technology can do? Well, no microchip implant needed to inflict hearing of voices. Voices. Now, if they can have you hearing voices, they can have you hearing sounds. So that means that Secret Service, you sitting up here, you're believing that someone has actually fired a gun when they haven't. Have not fired a gun. You're hearing your brain, and a gun just went off. Then what do? You start shooting. Miriam Carey, that lady 2 years ago who was murdered, complained of hearing Obama's voice in her head. Does anyone out here know about voice cloning technology? Ever heard of a little something called iSpeech? Text-to-speech? They have an app where you can actually type in the president, you type in information, and when it comes out the computer, guess who it sounds like? President Obama. Hell, I can make it sound like Joe Mama. That actually rhymes. I wonder if I can think. I think it thinks. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing. Now, here's another one. Energy focusing system for active Denel apparatus. U.S. patent 8453555.
You guys online, you need to go look up these patent numbers.
2007. You have any idea what this technology
For those of you that dispute the validity of the information we're conveying here, go look up the information yourself on the internet. It's right there. It's in the U.S. Patent Office. Are you with the group? Or you just learning about it? Just pass it out. There you go. What country? What country are you from? Sir.
5159-703, October 27, 1992. Silent subliminal presentation system cloning emotion. Who in the hell is trying to clone emotion? Do these people have anything else better to do with their life? Cloning emotions? That means that when I attack your limbic system with 10.8 hertz, I can cause riotous behavior. Riotous behavior. You can't even control what the hell is going on. And now they've got behavior modification.
You want to go with me?
So now you're forcing the behavior, and now you're going to modify it with medication. What's that? Oh, this is another one of my favorites. One of my friends, though, she's not even out here right now. My friend's not here. She's going. Listen to this. 3712-292. January 23rd, 1973. Method and apparatus for producing swept frequency modulated audio signal patterns for inducing sleep. Oh, wait a minute. Inducing sleep. Did this say, what? Hold on, wait a minute. What year? 1973? Wasn't there a train a few months ago that actually the guy said he fell asleep? And the damn train actually just kept going? Anybody remember that? Anybody remember that crash? Anybody?
New York and Pennsylvania.
New York and Pennsylvania?
2 trains.
2 trains, huh? Here's another one. electromagnetic pulse generator. I wonder what the hell could that do? Wait a minute. There are airplanes falling out the sky. Wait a minute. Airplanes are falling out the sky.
Birds, animals.
Wait a minute. Airplanes are falling out the sky. This technology can cause heart attacks, folks. You can have a technological induced heart attack. You go to the coroner, he's not going to know that you were murdered. This can cause brain aneurysms. You go to the coroner, or you even go to the doctor, and he won't know that you just had a technological induced brain aneurysm. This can cause cancer from radiation. Does anyone care? I mean, those two young men committed mass shootings. What the hell I got to do to get you to listen? What do I have to do to get you to go to USPTO.gov? What do I have to do to get you to research Dr. Robert Duncan? What do I have to get you to do? Uh-oh, they're cleaning this out, and there's more Secret Service showing up. I think I should be scared. I should be scared. I got friends today. I got friends. I'm not as scared as I should be. Not as scared as I should be. I will leave you guys with this last thing, and that's it for me for today. Think about this. Generally, people do not want attention. Generally, people are not going out committing mass shootings. Generally, whenever there's a murder, whenever there's a crime, you research the motive. Why do you research the motive? Because if you know the motive, then you can understand how to prevent the next crime from happening. This crime cannot be investigated. How do you investigate extreme low frequency waves? How do you investigate a crime that is being committed against you that you cannot see? If any one of us out here right now drops dead from a heart attack, who was there that dropped dead after talking on the Jesse Ventura show? Mr. Fred Bell? The guy says, hey, this technology can cause heart attacks. It can do this. He dropped dead. Did the coroner know that he was being murdered? No. No idea. Do your research. Do your homework. We don't want your attention. We want your research. We want your vote on the next time the next president of the United States should have this as a campaign topic. All of you should be scared, not of me. Not of me. You should be scared of directed energy weaponry terrorism. You have a wonderful day. We're going to find something else to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone to know something. If you can listen up real quick. I watched a video recently that somebody shared with me of a Pentagon presentation about how our government is literally spraying chemicals over the Middle East, Muslim countries, so that they can control their radical religious beliefs. That is what our government is doing to control those people with radical Muslim beliefs in the Middle East. It was a presentation done by the Pentagon. Go look it up. That's what our government is doing. Guess what else, ladies and gentlemen? Have you noticed the spraying that's happening here in the United States of America? Has anyone noticed chemtrail spraying here in the USA? Why do you think they're spraying us? Maybe because they have the ability to spray us with metals that we ingest so they can use us as two-way radio communication tools for their benefit. It's the God's honest truth. You do the research, you're going to be out in front of the White House with a bullhorn like I am when you find out what our government is doing. This is not conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy fact. And what our government is doing to humanity is disgusting, and it needs to stop. And Barack Obama, you better stop supplying ISIS, you idiot.
I see him.
They were hidden up until just now. They were hidden. They were hiding behind that wall earlier.
Well, you get paid to go inside there and visit the White House. So yeah, they're coming and going all day long.
What happened to our hot chocolate? I know.
Hi, Mr. Secret Service agent. My name's Pete Santelli. Put me in your database, homie. I don't mean any harm to the United States of America, especially not the presidency of the United States. As a matter of fact, you should be concerned about who's holding that seat in the presidency. You should go arrest the bastard for committing treason against the USA. But I know, you're just doing your job protecting the treasonous bastard. Supporting ISIS, destroying our country. I know, you're just protecting him. You're doing a great job. You want to come get me because I'm telling the truth? You want to retaliate against me? Huh? Use your sniper rifle to shoot me and shut me up? Well, guess what? You can shoot me. Go ahead. Take a shot right here. Come on. It's not going to make the truth go away about your country. Okay? You can retaliate against me. Go ahead, shoot me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of what you're not being told. What we're sharing out in front of the White House. That's what I'm afraid of. Before I get out of here, Mr. Obama.
Can you see him up there?
You call Kanye West a jackass. Well, I'm going to call you a dumbass. Mostly upper brother Alex, don't listen to the truth. Two of your own kind committed mass shootings. They complain of being attacked with direct energy weapons.
I got no
You don't listen to him. You don't listen to a whistleblower.
Yeah, there's another
you
one
don't
here.
listen to me.
Look, here's another one.
You know what they take you to be?
There's another one.
The worst house in heaven.
Take a picture. See, this has got a little camera on these binoculars.
Yes, he does.
Show Pete.
They're taking pictures.
They are?
Yeah. He's got it on film. You can see them taking pictures.
Hold on.
Oh, I got a close up, but it sure
He can get it on his.
Oh, good. They've got cameras.
You take pictures of that.
We've got 6% battery.
They got snipers up there?
Yeah. Yep.
Leaders too. I didn't even see that second one. He's good.
Hey, you guys are doing a good investigation. Why don't you go investigate Hillary Clinton because she knew about Christopher Stevens trading arms between Al-Qaeda and Libya and then shipping it to Al-Qaeda in Syria. By the way, one of my good Marine Corps brothers is now in the CIA. I have audio recordings from the FBI and the CIA that back up what I'm saying. Why don't you go investigate them? Huh? Why not? Is there too much money in to be supplying arms to ISIS in Syria? Huh? You don't want to investigate Hillary Clinton? Hey, hold on. Don't run away. You asked a question. I'll let you answer. I'll let you answer your question. Why are we doing this? Why am I doing this? Because American citizens are being tortured with directed energy weapons. Your generation needs to understand what
So this
directed
is the first
energy
time you've
weapons
been
are.
to Washington too?
Yeah, I ain't really impressed either.
Google
Are you?
former CIA engineer Dr.
Does it
Robert
impress
Johnson
you?
is admitting
It's not what I thought it would be.
Well, that's because you're not here, because you haven't seen. This is all that you've seen.
this stuff
The
is
White
called
House isn't so impressive, actually.
Hey, you guys.
But when you walk around, you see the
Secret Service is behind us.
satellites
Everybody
and
else.
radio towers that are
Separating
emitting
us from.
radio frequency waves attacking parts of the anatomy.
The buildings, all
Water
the buildings,
This stuff is called
older buildings. I enjoy, you know.
Yeah, let's step back this way a little bit. Let's step back. Let's walk back this way a little bit. I'm gonna film. Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, the buildings are cool.
Yeah, actually, like the Capitol building, they're doing a lot of new work on that, and it's really pretty awesome.
But I thought when we got here, this was going to be, because when you see it on TV, it's like, you know, and you get here, it's like,
that's what I thought too.
It's like Graceland.
Yeah.
When you have this idea of what Graceland is going to look like, and you get there, and it's this tiny little place. Yeah, it's
We
wild.
saw the camera and we're like, that can't be it. It's too short.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we said.
But there's some really cool stuff here, though. I mean, just the whole, I don't know, you know, what it was supposed to be. What it was supposed to be. You know?
But yeah, I just thought, it's like this, I turn around and look here, I thought, you know, this would be amazing little area here, you know, and you look at it, it's like, the bricks are all, and it's like, I don't know, it's just, but when I look at the buildings, because I was filming them, the architect in the buildings and shit, you can literally see, satanic shit, sickles and hammers and shit.
The symbolism is like crazy. Yeah.
Where's that?
There's a lot of Masonic symbolism here.
What we seen when we were going down to Phoenix, that long, skinny thing, the Egyptian thing.
The obelisk?
Yeah, that's
the
here,
George Washington Monument. Yeah.
The obelisk.
Yeah.
I think the weather's kind of.
Move back with me some more, you guys. I want to see what they do.
I mean, yeah, I saw them.
I think the weather put a damper on my shit too.
You think so?
Yeah. Deb, I'm not, you know, I'm a pretty reserved guy, man, and I look around me. This guy standing over here, he can't keep his eyes off me. It ain't because I'm good looking. This one right here.
Yeah.
See how he just look over here? Watch. Watch. Let's see.
Actually, you were here. When Pete first came out and yelled at me, that was too cute.
It wasn't me, it was you, Deb. I walked down there and said, oh, no, it's you.
Right? Okay.
I thought, because I told that guy's not rich.
They're just keeping us contained.
Yeah.
They want to call it drunk. When they called my friends crazy. That's we are fucking drunk.
Yeah, you can tell too.
I probably think we're gonna stay at World.
What time is it?
2:30.
2:30?
Because when I talked with you and Pete,
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, send her after that hot sauce.
I know. Forever ago.
As a matter of fact, so long ago I forgot.
Oh, I have it. I'm still waiting on it.
Fucking skinny people steak, old man. Oh!
Yeah, right? We're leaving around 3, right?
I have But I told him, I said, you bump into me one more time, man, I'm going to defend myself.
Wait a minute, look what they're doing.